Hey, okay, here's a fun one. How often do we hear about different timelines? We hear about the 7-year stretch and the 9th inning and the third time's a charm. We hear different timelines everywhere in our world. We hear these as analogies. We have them as points of vernacular and just overall context language. Here's where else we see timelines is in credit. In credit, we have so many different timelines. The one I want to talk about today is the statute of limitations. Let's clarify something right now out the gate. There is no statute of limitations for something to report on your credit. I know, totally shocking, right? Something that's on your credit can stay there indefinitely. However, based on the city and the state that you live in, there is a statute of limitations as far as the collectability of a debt. Here's an example. In California, if you open a credit card, then all of a sudden, oops, life happens, and for whatever reason that credit card goes into default, if both things happen in the state of California, after 4 years, that's no longer a legally collectible debt, which means it can't go to judgment and it can't go to garnishment. Now, in Colorado, we actually have a 6-year statute of limitations. Everywhere within the country is going to have a different statute of limitations, the shortest one being 3 years and the longest one being 10. After that statute of limitations is passed, again, you don't have to worry about that account going to a judgment or a garnishment. Does that mean it magically gets a wand waved at it and it gets removed off credit? No. Does it mean that it won't get sold, resold, sold again, and possibly still get phone calls and letters mailed to you? No. It's something that you should be aware of, though, if you've had any of those little snafus as a young adult where possibly some things went bad, is if you're in that home stretch of the statute of limitations. So for example, if you're living here in Colorado and you had an account that defaulted 5.5 years ago, this might not be the time to poke that sleeping bear and remind it that it exists. You might want to wait another 6 months before contesting this account and working on it actively to get it deleted because that statute of limitations hasn't run out yet. On the other side, if it's only been a year or two and you know you still have 4 years to go, this is a great time to go ahead and kind of buckle down, figure out how you can come up with some money and actually make right on as much of the bill as possible. Look at settlement negotiations and letters of deletion. Thanks so much.